News Trading Basics. Today I will discuss the factors affecting market. There are several factors which affects the market. I will discuss all of them. If you will notice, at the end of the day, swings in the stock market are caused by human beings. There are boom periods in the rising market when everyone wants to buy. Alternatively, there are also periods of panic when almost every investor is scrambling to sell. And it is said that it takes market takes stairs to rise and elevator to fall. Trends in the market are what allow traders and investors to capture profits, whether on a short term or long term time frame. In an overall trending market or a range of environment, the flow from one price to another is what creates profits and losses. Now, I will discuss the major factors first. These main factors are government, international transactions, speculation and expectation, supply and demand. Learning how these major factors shape trends over the long term can provide insight into the market movement. These are the four major factors. Government in any country holds much sway over the free markets. The fiscal and monetary policies that governments and their central banks put in place have a profound effect on the financial marketplace. By increasing and decreasing interest rates, the US Federal Reserve can effectively slow or attempt to speed up growth within the country. This is called monetary policy and it influences economics. If government spending increases or contracts, this is known as fiscal policy and can be used to help ease unemployment and or stabilize prices. By altering interest rates and the amount of dollars available on the open market, governments can change how much investment flows into and out of the country. International transactions. The flow of funds between countries affects the strength of the country's economy and its currency. The more money that is leaving a country, the weaker the country's economy and currency. Countries that predominantly export whether physical goods or services are continually bringing money into their countries. That's why, if you will notice, China is growing day by day because their main economic growth is based on exports. This money can be reinvestment and can stimulate the financial markets within those countries. Speculation and expectations is a very essential factor. It is difficult to analyze, but it is always behind all the major movements in the market. Consumers, investors, and politicians all hold different views about where they think the economy will go in the future. That affects how they act today. Expectations of future action is dependent on current acts and shapes both current and future trends. And market mostly acts two steps ahead of the individuals. That's why you will say on ground, even if reality is different, the results of a particular company are different, but stock prices doesn't match the ground reality. Sentiment indicators are commonly used to gauge how certain groups are feeling about the current economy. Analysis of these indicators, as well as other forms of fundamental and technical analysis, can create a bias or expectation of future price rates and trend direction. Supply and demand, this is the well known to everybody because when we go to shop or vegetable market or any groceries market, the year supply is more, prices will be lower. The year demand is more than the supply, prices obviously are higher. Supply and demand for products, services, currencies, and other investments creates a push pull dynamic in prices. Prices and rates changes as supply or demand changes. If something is in demand and supply begins to shrink, prices will rise. If supply increases beyond current demand, prices will fall. So, supply and demand is very easy to understand. You can analyze these factors very easily. Overall, these factors can cause both short-term and long-term fluctuations in the market, but it is also important to understand how all these elements come together to create trends, and trends allows us to gain profits. While all of these major factors are categorically different, they are closely linked to one another. Government mandates can affect international transactions, which play a role in speculation, and changes in supply and demand can play a role in each of these other factors. There are some other factors, these are also important: natural and man made disasters. If wars like situation comes to the fore, market bounds to fall and gold rises. Because in these scenarios, government loses money, supply and demand gets disrupted during the disasters. That's why stock market and currency market are bound to fall. Now I will discuss factors affecting stock market, and after we will see factors particularly affecting currency market, as both are different from each other and each have different characteristics. Stock market prices are determined in the marketplace where seller supply meets buyer demand. But have you ever wondered about what drives the stock market? That is, what factors affect a stock's price. Let's take a look at the factors particularly affecting stock market. In fundamental factors, earning base such as earning per share and valuation multiple such as profit to earning ratio plays an important role in determining stock's price. As an owner of common stock has a claim on earnings, and earnings per share is the owner's return on his or her investment. When you buy a stock, you are purchasing a proportional share of an entire future stream of earnings. That's the reason for the valuation multiple. It is the price you are willing to pay for the future stream of earnings. The earning base. Although we are using the earning per share, an accounting measure, to illustrate the concept of earning base, there are other measures of earning power. Some feel that cash flow based measures are superior, and some have different methodologies. For example, free cash flow is used as an alternative measure of earning power. The way earnings power is measured may also depend on the type of company being analyzed. Many industries have their own tailored metrics. The valuation multiple expresses expectations about the future, and it plays important role in following a trend. It is fundamentally based on the discounted present value of the future earnings stream. Therefore, the two key factors which plays important role are the expected growth in the earning base and the discount rate which is used to calculate the present value of the future stream of earnings. These are all the uh, you may be feeling this is all the technical textbook like knowledge, but this is important when you will decide about the investment or the trading. As if you are aware about these are the little things, if you will help you make the wiser decisions while trading or while investing. In the technical factors, things would be much easier if only fundamental factors set stock prices. Technical factors are the mix of external conditions that alter the supply of and demand for a company's stock. Some of these indirectly affect fundamentals. For example, economic growth indirectly contributes to earnings growth. That's why when you are aware about when you will look all factors affecting the stock's prices, you can easily gauge the future movement of that stock and you can analyze on your own. So that is my purpose. That's why it's very essential to look at all these factors. Let's take a look at technical factors. Fundamental factors, as I discussed, earning base and the valuation multiple in combination to technical factors can shape the future trend in any particular stocks. Technical factors are inflation, economic strength of market and peers, substitutes, demographics, incidental transactions, trends, liquidity, and news. Now, I will show you how each of these affect the stock's prices. Inflation acts as an input into the valuation multiple, but inflation is a huge driver from a technical perspective as well. Historically, low inflation has had a strong inverse correlation with valuation. Deflation, on the other hand, is generally bad for stocks because it signifies a loss in pricing power for companies. Economic strength of market and peers. Company stocks tend to track with the market and with their sector or industry peers. Some prominent investment firms argue that the combination of overall market and sector movements as opposed to a company's individual performance determines a majority of a stock's movement. Suppose if like Coca-Cola and Pepsi, if there if any market dominated by a particular company and other company steps into that area, then obviously that company's or stock's growth will be affected by the another its competitor. That's why peer evaluation is important while evaluating a stock's price. Substitutes. Companies compete for investment dollars with other asset class on a global stage. These include corporate bonds. Yesterday I have discussed about the bonds, government bonds, commodities, real estate and foreign equities. The relationship between demand for US equities and their substitutes is hard to figure, but it plays an important role. Incidental transactions. Incidental transactions are purchases or sales of a stock that are motivated by something other than belief in the intrinsic value of a stock. Like if in the change in the administration of the company will affect the policies of the company, and that's why you will notice when CEO or any main director, board of director changes in the company, that time that particular stock's value tend to rise or tend to fall for a short term. So incidental transactions also plays a role in the movement of the stock. Demographics affect the stock market, as if the population of country is a middle age, they are more tend to move look for investment, and demand will rise. If the country has a old population more than the middle age population, that time you will find supply is more, because more and more people will want to sell their investment to meet for their needs. Often a stock simply moves according to a short term trend. On the one hand, a stock that is moving up can gather momentum as success breeds success, and popularity buys the stock higher. On the other hand, a stock sometimes behaves the opposite way in a trend and does what is called reverting to the mean. Means you will notice when you will look at the chart, stock moves in the up and down. Means you will not notice that particular stock is moving just higher, higher, higher. There are the rising period, there is some correction period, again rising, again correction in the trend. So these are the short term trends. Liquidity is an important and sometimes underappreciated factor. When there is when more and more people are entering into market, obviously there is more liquidity, and your order will be filled easily. If there is a less liquidity, stock's value will be higher, and you will need to wait to buy or sell that stock. So liquidity plays is an important factor. Large cap stocks have high liquidity, they are well followed and heavily transacted. Many small cap stocks suffer from an almost permanent liquidity discount because they simply are not on investors' radar screens. Most of the people want to invest in large caps, well-known companies, and that's why these stocks have more liquidity compared to less startups or smaller companies. Market sentiment refers to the psychology of market participants. Individually and collectively, this is perhaps the most vexing category. Market sentiment is often subjective, biased, and obstinate. If you will see, you can make a solid judgment about a stock's future growth prospects, and the future may even confirm your projections. But in the meantime, the market may myopically dwell on a single piece of news that keeps the stock artificially high or low. So this is the well-known phenomena you will observe while trading. And you can sometimes wait a long time in the hope that other investors will notice the fundamentals. That's why sometimes it is said that market sentiment plays a role above all other factors. But obviously, fundamentals and technicals are the major factors which shapes the trend in the market. Market sentiments doesn't last for long because as the news changes, as the situation changes, sentiments are bound to change. So, factors which affects the currency markets, I will discuss them tomorrow. Today, as it's been so long, I don't want to take more time. That's why I'm ending here, friends. Today we will see how factors affects the currency markets. Uh, these all are the factors which affects the currency markets. Thank you for watching. Hope you have enjoyed the content. Little bit textbook knowledge, but this is the essential knowledge I feel everybody should be aware of. And when I will finish with the theory, you will I will show you the practical examples in based on news trading. See you in the next lesson. Have a nice day and have a nice weekend.